Welcome to Luminosity Wellness Radio. I am Jeff Rennell, and I'm here with my lovely host, Christine Essex, and also Josh Blue back there in the corner, our Josh Carpenter, Mr. Blue.
Gosh, thanks, Jeff.
And we're also here with our guest today, Cece. How are you doing today, Cece?
I'm doing fabulous, thank you.
And how are you doing, Christine? Awesome. That is great. I am doing well today, too, as well. Are we having technical difficulties?
I am marvelous, Jeff.
Good. We didn't want to miss your lovely voice
That's
today.
right. That's right. Where is she?
Yes. Well, I just wanted to, let's start off by talking about the wonderful event that we had this weekend at the Expo. I had a wonderful time. There was a lot of great people out there, a lot of great vendors sharing their products and their passions and all of that. I had a wonderful time. Christine, what did you think?
I thought the connections were amazing and the energy was spectacular. So, I mean, if you were there and you walked around or you even walked up to a vendor's table, all you could feel was the love that was being projected out. Even it was warm out that day and everyone kept smiling and we had drumming going and we had a food taco truck that was feeding us and a pony that was walking about, and the kids loved it. I mean, it was really fun, right, Cece?
It was, and the pony liked my candy toes. He kept biting them.
He biting your toes?
Biting them, but he healed my toes as he did that.
Oh,
he was so
that.
precious.
Yeah, he little like a tan and white little pony.
Yeah, Merlin the pony.
That's right, and he was there representing Nancy Stone and the equine therapy that she does, right?
Yes, and it was really neat. So I'm looking forward to maybe having Nancy on here soon to talk about the equine therapy.
Oh yeah, that would be great. And
Yes.
then you and Josh had your radio little booth, and you had some awesome crystals and products out there for people to look at. And we just kept it alive and going.
Yeah, I got to say the atmosphere out there was absolutely awesome. You know, we were on the opposite side of where the food was, but that food smell just made its way all the way down the parking lot to us and made me hungry all day, even though I had just eaten before I got out there. But yeah, the energy there with the people that came and the practitioners and all the vendors was just absolutely amazing. Having the drumming in the background too. I mean, it's just the atmosphere there was just I thought it was amazing.
Well, we had also Jason Nelson doing a full-on voice channeling in the very back of the building. At one point, we had to move the drumming from the spot that next to you. We had to move it down because it was just echoing down to their room. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, we'll figure this one out, you know.
Truthfully, I wasn't upset when they moved because talking next to them was really
Was it a
chore.
challenge? Okay. Well, you know, and what I love too is people were sharing tents. Did you notice that? Some
Yes.
people came without their tents, and so the vendors were kind of just squeezing together and sharing the love in that way.
Thanks for sharing your tent with me, by the way, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Anytime, Josh. Yeah, and which was really amazing too is like, you know, we're always wishing for really good weather. Who would have known it would have been in the 90s that day? And really, I mean,
Windy.
the wind was a
not that,
relief
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
and was
I
pretty
agree.
nice. We've had worse weather during some of these expos where the wind were blowing tents down, so the
the
wind
past.
wasn't too bad, and it was definitely a nice relief from the heat. But other than that, I absolutely loved the event. I thought it was very nicely done, and just a lot of entertainment and a lot of great people.
Yeah, I think we'll have our next one in April, and you know, we'll promote it through the radio, and we'll get people there.
Definitely, and a good way to listen in. If you guys are listening from your computer and you want to be mobile, we do have VANR apps that are available on iTunes and also on Android. So get us on the go.
Yeah, and why don't you tell them if we're going to be periscoping today and how they can get a hold of us if we are?
We are actually periscoping. We did some recent promos, and we had some people from Italy and Russia and Ireland. So we are becoming international now, and Periscope is helping take us there. We will be adding some more stuff onto the website to embed the scopes that we're actually doing so you guys can see an archive of our scopes. Because for those that know about Periscope, you can only have it up for about 24 hours. But with some tricks of my own in the Social Media Revolution workshops, I can show you some tricks.
That's right. You have a workshop coming up. Also, a shout out to those listeners who would like to call in today. Please call in to 702-483-4444. And we're going to be talking with Cece, and then later on we're going to bring Annabella in, because we are all about promoting and getting people aware of our Nights of the Unknown. Ooh. So
That's spooky that we all did it on cue without even rehearsing it.
Now you don't even know how many spirits you brought in this room, too.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm excited. We kind of had a little shift in our scheduling and stuff, and so me and Christine was like, you know what? I'm really excited about the Night of the Unknown show that we were planning for just the day before the Night of the Unknowns, and we said, let's open it up for 3 shows and really have some fun. So we have Cece here today. She's going to do a little demonstration on what she's going to be doing at the Night of the Unknown with us. I'm not sure if we're going to have callers call in for her yet, but we are going to have callers call in today for sure.
To win their tickets.
We're going to also give away another 2 tickets to the Night of the Unknown.
Awesome.
And we're going to also have Annabella in a little bit later today. She is a hand analysis specialist.
A hand psychologist, or psychology, as we call it.
Yes, or AKA palm reader.
Okay.
But we're going to also have some fun with Annabella today. She is absolutely amazing. So stand next to your phone, sit next to your phone, be ready for it to call in. So maybe you can get your hand analyzed. Or what are you going to be doing for us today, Cece?
What am I going to be doing? My name is Cece. I'm a psychic medium.
Hi, Cece.
Hi. I've been gifted since I was a child, so I've been able to see and communicate with those that have passed on. If anyone needs to call in and speak to someone that has passed on, that's what I do best. I also own CCC's Your Guiding Light. It's a one-stop spiritual shop where I do my readings there. We also do Reiki, and I have an awesome healing bed where it was given to me from an angel spirit guide. Her name is Crystalina, and she named the room Crystalina Medicina, and that way everyone that comes in there can begin to be healed. But the best part is, those that want to see visions like I do, guess what? They have the visions also, because we're all gifted.
Oh, yes. And so it sounds like I'm going to have to make a trip down to your store.
I did last night because I wanted to experience it, right? And she read my pine cone.
Your pine cone?
I picked a pine cone, and Cece read it. And it was fascinating. So now, not only do we have Cece doing medium and psychics, all the things she does, she will be at the Night of the Unknowns offering pine cone readings as well.
Yes.
Woohoo!
So let me get this straight. What do I do? Just find a pine cone anywhere and bring it in?
Hey, you can do that, because then it'll be special just for you. The best thing is to pick a pine cone that's standing straight up and it's calling your name. You bring it right to me on the Night of the Unknown, and we'll read your pine cone.
Go ahead.
If not, I'll tell you what spirits are following you, just like I did with Christine last night.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So let's give out the telephone number really quick, because Cece was saying that if you call in, she can do a reading for you as well. Is that correct?
Sure.
All right. So the number here is 702-483-4444. 702-483-4444.
Oh my goodness. Well, nothing like putting Cece on the spot. I'll tell you what, she's fascinating. And she has in there crosses, angels, candles,
incense.
It's so beautifully done. It was an experience.
Yeah, what I say about my shop is, what I say about myself is, this is not just a business, it's my way of life. And the shop is step into spirituality and escape reality.
I like that because that actually is my motto too. I chose this business because it's my way of life, and why not be in a business that you just live?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So I kind of have a question, and for those that don't really know what a medium is or what they do or how it works, how would you explain that for those that never even heard of it before?
Well, I'm sure everyone's heard of it, but the thing is, we're all born with a gift. We all see our little childhood friends, which are spirits, as we're growing up, and then when we grow up, we push them aside because we're afraid of that. Myself, being raised in a home that was built in the 1800s, ghosts and spirits were an everyday venue for me. I always saw spirits. So I learned how to communicate with them. And then as it went on, I was able to communicate with people who, loved ones who had passed on. So what a medium is we hear people that have passed on, and they have messages to give to those that are here on this earth.
Wow. And is that people and animals, or just people
People,
only?
animals, and then the other cool thing is everyone has angels and spirit guides, and they're just dying to get a hold of people to let them know, give them messages, tell them what they need to know in their life at that time.
Wow, that's amazing. You guys should call in right now. I'm really curious to see what she has as well.
Well, actually, with the callers, if you can just wait just a few minutes, because we're going to go on our first commercial break here, and then when we get back, we're ready for callers, so she can step into that. I do have a question for you, though.
Go right ahead.
Because I do dabble in this a little bit, and I'm still mastering my abilities as well. But I do know with me, trying to communicate with my ancestors that have actually passed away, I have a little bit more difficult time. But do you communicate with your ancestors and stuff on a regular basis?
Not so much, just my father, because that was a deal that we made before he passed on, that he was going to continue to speak with me. It's very hard for mediums to do things for themselves. Very simple for us to do it for others.
Yeah, and it's also a very healing thing. I know I love the Long Island Medium on TLC, and watching that show, I really saw how this is a really huge healing effect on people when they get messages from loved ones that have passed on. The one that really hits home with me is a guy that went to visit his mother every day in the hospital, and one day he was finally just too tired after work, and so he stayed home from going to the hospital and seeing his mother. And of course that was the day she passed away, and so he was holding on to guilt for years, and then she came and gave him the message and told him that, yeah, your mom could not have passed away without you not being there that day, because it was too hard for her to pass away in his presence. And so when he heard that, you could see that all of that stress and stuff that he's been holding on to and guilt for years just release off of him from that simple message. And so ever since then, I love it. I think it is absolutely amazing.
And I truly agree with that. I'm very blessed. I believe that my gift is a gift from God, and I have done this complimentary all through my life. Anyone that needs a message, I just would give them that, and it's so comforting. A lot of tears shed, but yet a lot of happiness because people have closure. And closure is good.
And very rewarding, I'm sure, for you as well, too, right?
Very rewarding. That's why I've chosen to make it my career now.
Awesome. Me too.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I think it's time for our first commercial break. So thank you for tuning in, and stick around. We'll be right back in a couple minutes here. Thank you.
'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Good afternoon. We're back at Luminosity Wellness Radio. I am Jeff Rennell, and I'm here with Christine Essex, my co-host, Josh Carpenter, and our special guest today, Cece.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
How's everybody doing again?
Good,
We're
back.
awesome. We're back. You know what? I'm so excited for the Night of the Unknown because we don't know what's going to happen. And the greatest thing with me is that I can see the spirits behind you, and I can see your loved ones. When you walk into my shop, everybody could feel them. So Christine was in last night.
Right.
And it's the first time she's ever been to my shop. And before she left, I couldn't let her leave because she has all these little children behind her The one little girl picks up flowers and puts them in a basket, and her name is Abigail. And then there was another little boy that's walking, and he's picking up stones and putting them in a basket. She actually has 6 little children following her. So I only introduced her to 2 last night. I bet at the night of the unknown, I'm going to give her a few more names.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Yeah. I like the ladder thing, too.
They were, the ladder's laying down, and they were walking step by step on the ladder. The really cool thing for me is that most people don't understand. When I see spirits or when my spirit guides speak to me, it comes like a video in my mind. So I actually see the whole thing happening. And then when they talk to me, I hear it in my mind. And it's kind of like you think you're talking to yourself. Distinguish the different voices. The best thing is the visual. And then when they have enough energy to appear, and I'm sure Christine's little ones pulled some awesome energy last night, because I told her already my water fountain blew up. So it was all her little spirit guides hanging out in there.
That's because they were playing so
They
hard.
were playing. They were pulling the rocks out of the water fountain. Yes, they were.
Oh, that's too cute. Yeah, I have a redhead, a little redheaded
Oh, she's
girl.
a doll. Just a doll.
I could see that, yeah.
But those are spiritual things, too, if you think about it. Your flowers you use in herbs for healing. And in the beginning of my spiritual journey, the first thing they told me to collect were rocks. And the reason being, now with these awesome new phones that have the cameras, everyone that I have collecting rocks, I tell them to take pictures of them, and you can see the spirits in them. You can actually see words. So her 2 little spirit guides were actually doing spiritual work for her.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That was great.
So were they like her guides then, or?
Yeah, they're just her little spirit guides. And like I said, those were only 2. She's got 5 more that I'm going to introduce her to the night of the unknown.
Awesome. So it looks like we have a caller on the line. Caller is named Phil. How are you doing today, Phil?
Good. Thank you for taking my call. Good show so far.
Oh, thank you so much, Phil, for tuning in with us.
I enjoy it every week. I'm interested in hearing what CC has to say, if she's able to read anything, I guess.
Hi, Phil. How are you?
Good, CC. How are you?
I'm good. What I'm seeing is that your mother has passed?
That is correct.
Awesome. I'm going to start crying. I'm sorry. She stands behind you. What a beautiful woman. She always took great care of you. I'm sorry. She wanted to make sure you were her baby. And
Yep.
I'm sorry. You were her baby. She gave you everything. And she says, darling, I love you so much. I want to let you know I'm very, very happy. And I spend most of my days sewing.
Sewing? Wow.
Sewing, yes.
Okay.
You have any questions for her?
Geez. They're probably plentiful, but I just wanted to make sure how she's doing and what her health is like. Is she feeling good? She passed away from complications from diabetes and all of that stuff, and I just want to make sure she's feeling good in her new life.
Oh, if she's sitting there in a chair sewing and then she's enjoying looking at the flowers, she has the biggest smile on her face. And she said the greatest thing about passing is that there's no more pain, pure happiness.
Well, that's good to hear and very comforting to know that she's in a good place right now.
Yeah, and she said thank you for taking such good care of her. She sends you all her love. And just remember, when you feel that little touch on your left shoulder, that would be her.
You just gave me the goosebumps.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have a wonderful, blessed day now.
Thank you. Love
Thank
you,
you,
Mom.
Phil.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Phil, for
Bye, guys.
calling.
She loves you too.
Okay, that was awesome. Oh, my
you.
goodness. That was so...
You picked up on that so quickly.
Wow, I don't know how. You guys were making me nervous. No, I'm just kidding. Not at all. Not at all.
And I just love the realness. If you were here and if you look at this on our YouTube channel,
Yes.
you'll be able to see the tears that came to Cece's eyes. You could hear it in her voice. We actually witnessed it here in the studio. It was very touching, very touching.
Thanks, Christine. As I said, it's a gift, and whenever I can help anyone speak to someone that has passed on, it touches my heart.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, it is rewarding to me.
Yeah, and I just know from my experience when I'm tapping into something like that, I feel the emotions really strongly, and I get overwhelmed sometimes as well too. So I'm just curious, how do you get your messages? Do you feel it? Is it mainly feeling, or do you feel like you get in the message, auditorial?
I get it's all of the above. You know, in grade school we used to pick D, all of the above. That would be all of the above. And there's certain times that people have to tell their story about what happened to them, and they do. Everybody calls it something different. I call it channeling. They jump into my body and they just start talking through me. And of course, I pick up all their emotion. That afterwards takes me a while to get over. Yeah. Because I believe, because my heart is so filled with love, that they need all the love I have in my heart, and I'm willing to open up my body and let them use it as a vessel to be able to communicate what they need to communicate with someone.
And that's probably where Kristalina came in to make sure that you are taken care of as well.
Yeah, and she introduced me to Magdalena yesterday. I got a new spirit guide yesterday.
Yay.
Kristalina in that room, boy, the amazing things she does. People have been coming out of there. They said, I just need to sit for a minute because of the experience they're having in Kristalina's room. And then she brought me Magdalena yesterday because of the healing work that I'm doing. It's a bit draining.
Personally on yourself.
Personally on
Right.
myself, it's very draining because I give 101%. If somebody comes into me complaining that they have pains, I want to make sure that myself and Kristalina can take care of those pains. So now I have another spirit guide, Magdalena, and I thank you. She's here with us now. So is Kristalina.
Oh.
For that matter, I didn't leave her at the shop. I brought her along.
Good. So, yes, anyone else who would like to call in during our segment, 702-483-4444. We welcome you to call in. We appreciate the feedback and the connection that we're making and the progress that we're making here, doing what we're doing.
I wanted to mention real fast, though, the number here, 4444. My last three numbers my last numbers are 444 also. That means angels are with you.
Beautiful.
So this is really cool. By the way, my number is 725-244-7444. And that phone number was also a gift from the spirit guides because it's got the powers of the 4 in there. So angels are with myself and everyone else that comes into my life.
Good. Can you say it one more time?
725-244-7444, and the name of the shop is CCC's Your Guiding Light. It's at 101 South Rainbow, Suite number 9, Las Vegas 89145. I look forward to meeting all of you.
And do you have a website as well too?
Exactly the same, CCC's Your Guiding Light. And the meaning behind that name is I wanted Your Guiding Light, but my spirit guides told me I had to put my name CC and then C's, which means I see their guiding lights.
Okay, so just so the listeners know, so is it just the letter C, or is it C-E?
No,
C-E?
the letter C and the letter C.
And then S-E-E for C.
C's. I know, it's so
Okay.
confusing. I shouldn't have done that, but you know when the spirit guides tell you to pick a name, you have to run with it.
That's right.
I agree.
It'll eventually get understood out there.
So
Thank
that
you.
is one more time, C as in cat, S as in Sam, E as in Edward.com.
No.
Dot.
CCC's Your Guiding Light.com.
All right, stay
Yay.
tuned into our social media, and we'll also have that link posted on Facebook and Google Plus.
As long as we got
You
the
rock.
CCC's correct, I think everybody
Right.
else will be okay.
That's right.
So I really want to thank you for coming on to our show
Thank you,
today.
guys.
I am so excited about the Night of the Unknowns, and
Oh,
I
I'm
can't
really-
wait to be
I'm-
there and get some more messages from you.
Awesome. And I'm also bringing someone else with me that I just met 2 nights ago. I've always asked to meet someone that does what I do, and I never have in my entire life. She walked in, and everything out of her mouth was true and correct. So she's going to be joining me. You're going to get 2 for the price of 1 in my booth.
Wow.
Oh, you can't beat that at all.
And Cece will be dressed as an angel.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So I just wanted to thank everybody for tuning in, and thank you, Cece, again for coming on today and sharing
you.
your gifts with us.
And I believe Annabella is waiting for us, and if not, we will pick it up with Cece again.
Hey.
So
Yes, so
check and find out.
again, this is our Night of the Unknown
No,
show. We're going to
oh.
be doing this for the next 2 shows after today, and having practitioners on showing us a little bit of their gifts and what they're going to be doing for the Night of the Unknowns at Luminosity Wellness Center.
October 30th, 6 to 10, and also we want to. Which caller are we going to give tickets to today?
Oh, that's a good thing. Let's do caller 5. That's what I was thinking too.
Wow, we got the 5 coming up.
Yeah.
We got the 5 coming
Cece's
up.
doing her psychic move over
Caller
there with the
number
5. All right, we'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back to Luminosity Wellness Radio. I am Jeff. I'm here with Christine Essex, Josh Carpenter, and we are back with Cece. Unfortunately, Annabella is caught in traffic right now, so we are back with Cece. So,
Hey.
how are you doing?
I'm still great. How are you?
We're doing wonderful. And if there's any callers out there that like to call in and get a reading from Cece, you're more than welcome to. The number here is 702-483-4444. 702-483-4444.
And to the caller Rick, who called in and wanted to know about our Night of the Unknowns, if you heard us as we were going out, it's October 30th from 6 to 10 at 2400 North Tenaya Way, 89128.
And why don't you tell them a little bit about the price and what all they'll be getting when they come to the Night of the Unknown?
Thank you very much, Jeffrey.
No problem.
That's what his mother would call him, Jeffrey.
Only when I'm in trouble.
That's right. But you're not in
Actually, they
trouble.
would call me Andrew if I was in trouble. They
Oh.
call me by my brother's name.
Really?
Then you know you're in trouble.
That's really funny. That is funny. So $20 gets you through the door, and then you get to visit all of the readers and psychics, mediums. Everything that we have available to you is for you. So you get to come through the door. You'll spend about 5 to 7 minutes with each of the readers, so they'll be giving you like little messages. It's really an opportunity for you. But that's how it is, the Night of the Unknowns. If you have never done anything like this, please join us, because you get a real quick experience of it, so that you'll know whether this is a modality or a way that you want to pursue and have a deeper session with the reader. So like if you were sitting with Cece and she gave you a real flash message and you wanted more, like Phil earlier, then you would book an appointment with her and go see her. And we use it as our fun event, because we are a wellness center and we really have serious things that we work on in our wellness center. Each of us as practitioners works with some traumatic stuff. And so this night has been designed strictly so people could come and see the fun side, and give also the visitors an opportunity to see our center, experience the building, us as practitioners, and then the guests that we invite in. It's about promoting them in our community. So it's planned this year. We have our whole community room that we'll be having some games in, and we'll have drinks and food and things like that, and a body painter. A whole body painter. So, I mean, you can get your face done, you can get your hands and arms done, your
So
legs
if you
done.
forget your costume, no problem.
No problem. She will paint you from head to toe if needed be.
And didn't you tell me there was going to be somebody there that read toes?
Well, we had someone who read toes a couple
That
of
was
years.
last
Yeah, a couple of years.
Okay.
She was quite fascinated. I built the whole thing. The whole thing was from that toe reader, because I was fascinated. I was like, somebody can. And then you know what? I never got my toes read.
That's
Yet.
just not fair. But see, you got your pine cone reading.
I did get
So
my
you got
pine
to
cone.
switch
reading.
off there.
That's right.
So with Night of the Unknowns, if you want to purchase your tickets online and do it right now, you can do it at luminositywellnesscenter.com. Once again, that's luminositywellnesscenter.com. Check out our neat little video that I edited, of course.
Of
Whoop,
course,
whoop.
of course.
And buy your tickets ahead of time, and we look forward to seeing you there, or call in and win them. We're going to be looking for number 5.
Exactly.
And how many people are you going to have there doing what I do?
Christine, you're
we're
booking them, so
Yes,
looking up.
about 20.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, 20, or the max will be 25.
So do you know how much fun these people are going to have
Oh,
that
yeah.
come?
Yeah,
Oh
so,
my gosh.
like Christine was saying, if you've never experienced this, you have to come and check this out. You will be amazed there are things beyond what we can see in life, and you'll be able to have a chance to actually participate in something like this. For people that do know what you're getting into, definitely show up, because you will have a blast. You'll have a chance for $20 to come in and experience every practitioner in there if time admits, but you'll have the chance to go in there and experience a bunch of different things. Last year I did future readings for people. This year I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to find something else to do to work on my skills as well too. But it is a fun thing to do. We are serious people. We take the wellness part very seriously, but this is our night to give back to all the people that come and support us.
Awesome.
And to have fun, and for us to be able to relax and have a fun night as well too. So I'm really excited, if you can't tell.
Yeah, we because all the givers that night will be dressed in costume. We'll be all dressed in costume. The building will be decorated in our section, and it's
I'm already in costume. You notice I got the wig already. It's great.
Yeah.
It's blue.
Not a wig, it's your hair, and it's quite sexy, I tell you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're on radio here, so you can't really notice, but we got the red, white, and blue effect going on in hair here.
Yes.
So check out the YouTube video and you'll get a glimpse of this. But we got definitely red, white, and blue.
Luminosity Wellness Radio on YouTube. We have a couple episodes we're going to be uploading in order to show you guys, which would be really awesome, and we will add this to it so you can check that out too.
So we're looking for any callers right now. Caller number 5 to win 2 tickets to the Night of the Unknown, and we're also looking for anybody that wants to call in and get a reading from Cece. The number is 702-483-4444. 702-483-4444.
Yeah, I think we're just a couple callers away right now. I think, right? We're really close.
It's
so
getting
give
close.
It a call.
It should be.
Oh, yeah.
So, you were saying that you saw my grandfather over my shoulder earlier, and I'm just curious, did you get any messages? Because this is a grandfather that I've never met in my life before, so I'd be curious of what message he might be coming to show me.
Right, a very handsome man. And he said to tell you that when you were born, he did watch over you. You did have a little bit of sickness when you were a baby?
Yes.
Okay. He was there. He always was the one that had the warmth above you. He said to tell you that he would have loved to have met you in person, but the love that he can give from the other side is much stronger than what he could have given in person. He's telling me, and I don't know if this is true, so he's telling me you had a problem with your heart as a child.
I'm not really sure. I definitely know I came out backwards, so they had a lot of complications during my birth. But as far as the heart, I'm not really sure, but there is heart issues that run in our family, so I wouldn't doubt that as well, too. So,
well, it's all making sense. If you said you came out backwards, and that would have put a lot of stress on your heart. And his hands are so long, his fingers are so long, and I saw him. He's showing me how he took those hands and put them over your heart and held them over your head so that you didn't have a lot of stress with what you were going through coming into this world.
Amazing.
Yes. And he said, always take 2 steps ahead instead of that 1 step backwards. He said he's so proud of you. And as they all say, they love you. He loves you very, very much. He will always be there for you. And as I mentioned a little earlier, he wears a suit. With you, when you'll hear him, and I was hearing the name Fred, it may be Ted, but when you know that he's with you, it's going to be like a cane hitting a desk.
Okay.
If you ever hear that noise, and I know that you'll tell me you've been hearing that in your kitchen. This kind of noise.
Truly, I hear a lot of weird noises, so I don't know.
Yeah, because you live in that world too. But when you hear the distinct tapping noise, like a cane hitting a desk, that would be him.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, and I'm glad he saved you because you're an awesome person.
Thank you very much. Yes, I've always felt protected, so I'm very honored that he would be there to protect me.
Well, it looks like my replacement is here.
Yes, Annabella has made it through traffic,
Hi,
so she is
Annabella.
here. We're going to give her a couple seconds to get up here behind the mic. Thank you again, Cece, for the reading and your time. All
So
right.
Annabella's
Hi,
we had
Annabella,
that
how are you
quiet
doing?
moment there.
Thank you.
no idea there was so much traffic on Torrey Pines. They're probably working on the streets somewhere.
They're working on them all over the place around here.
That's right. So Annabella's in the house, and you've been at the station before because you know everyone. You know everyone who is here, right?
Yes, I do. I've done many radio shows here, sending always a cosmic message out, activating all those wonderful people that are shifting with us in this moment of time and humanity, and that veil of darkness is lifting. And, and so I'm always trying to be on the cutting edge of anything that I'm trying to portray to our audience, of course.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I've been fortunate to have you look at my hand and give me advice, and even my granddaughter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's hand psychology, so it's not like I'm palm reading.
Right.
What I'm doing is connecting the brain with the hands. This is my drawing, and in the workshops that I offer, please let me know. So in the workshops that I offer, and when I do these private sessions, what am I doing? I'm teaching people how our brain is connected to our hands and through our nervous system, and that it is our brain that's shaping this. This is an extension of the brain. So we're able to, in Germany they analyze dementia, Alzheimer's through hand psychology, and it's used in hospitals in the UK and in Germany. And it's only in the United States where people have not understood that holistic healing is ancient, and it's been around now since the infinite past, and it will be in the future. And the allopathic way of healing, which is taking the pill and opening up the body and taking organs out, is really just denying humanity the process karmically and dharmically that they must do. But with the analyzing of our hands, simply that, we're able to do palm therapy, so tap into certain parts of the hands and activate certain meridians of your brain, your heart chakra, and everything that needs to go forward. Because if we understand that the human condition is really a filter, that we must filter, and that's what karma and dharma is about. It's about filtering. It's like when you drink water every day, and you must go to the bathroom every day. It's the same with your energy and your life force, and what you've brought in your subconscious, and how every moment is past, present, and future.
And so is it true that my dharmic hand, is everyone's dharmic hand on their left or in the karmic?
No. If you are, some people are ambidextrous. I use both hands, but my dharmic hand is my right.
Oh, okay.
And my karmic hand is my left. That means that these lines in the hand will not alter. They will stay as a program blueprint of how you arrived to this existence, because we are now, and in India and in China and all over the world, except for in the Western mind, we've understood that there is a reincarnation, that there is a process, that you do evolve, that your a blueprint, your subconscious mind, which is the right brain, really has all that information of where you've come from. And because I was trained in Europe and in Latin America, that's what hypnosis is about, you see. Hypnosis is tapping into the right brain and accessing to the record. So some people are able to totally be open in that area because their pineal gland is open, their third eye is open. And some people have that so closed that they're only left brain, and that's why those are the ones who cannot be hypnotized. So have you noticed how some people can take hypnosis and other people cannot?
Well, because I am a hypnotist, that's what I do,
Right.
Hypnotherapy with my clients, and I always get that question, can everyone be hypnotized? And I always laugh and I say, well, the really highly intelligent ones are even better than those, because the ones who can't are the ones who have difficulty following simple instructions.
And also they're close in fear. They're in the fear mode. So, what am I going to do? Am I going to start squawking like a chicken? So, so that's what I do with these private sessions. I'm also a life coacher in the sense, coaching, what does that mean? I teach people to get the splendor back into life. I find that in the United States, people became very humdrum. It's like, work, and no time to live their lives. So in Latin America and in Europe, you work to live. Here, you live to work. You see?
Okay. That's
the difference?
Yeah,
So it's like my job defines me of who I am. Not at all. Your blueprint in your karmic tendency and your splendor and your likes and your dislikes is what really defines who you are. So people get lost in that mode here, I find, and that's what I do.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, I got a question. I think you were starting to hit on it just a little bit ago. But the lines on our hands, do they ever change?
Yes, they do. The right hand changes if you are right-hander.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. The left one doesn't change then.
If you're, yeah, exactly. If you are like a right-hand person, then this will be altering. Excuse me, your right hand will be altering. Your left will be staying as a reminder of the tendencies you brought with you.
Okay.
So I hope I don't get too out there for your audience, but the audience has always heard me, has known that I'm going to speak always in a quantum physics perspective and hope that the secular world will pick up on what I'm saying. Like, I love the way you were tapping your thymus gland, because that's one of the glands that we have to, when we're born, our thymus gland is the same size as our heart. By the time we're this age, it's the size of a pin.
that's interesting too.
So that's also aligned with that third eye pineal gland. And this is also one of the keys to longevity.
Yeah, I do it to boost the immune system. Yeah. Anytime I
Good.
start feeling sick, I'll tap it.
Okay, so Night of the Unknowns, I think we're going to go to commercial break, are we?
Yes, we have a
And
commercial
when we
break.
come back, then I would like to talk about what you're going to be offering people at the Night of the Unknowns.
All right, that sounds good. Why don't you take us away, Lawrence? Thank you.
Welcome back. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
Say it, bring
All
it.
right, we're back here with Luminosity Wellness Radio. We are here with Annabella. She's going to do a little demonstration for us really quick. And we're also here with Christine Essex.
Well, and we wanted to announce that we did get our 5th caller, and we handled that during the break. So Ray was the lucky winner of the tickets. That's right. Thank you very much. Ray. We gave Ray the tickets during our break.
Oh, okay. Well, we actually had another caller call in as well for the tickets, so that is pretty awesome that you guys are listening in. And if we give away some more, we're definitely going to announce it one more time.
Beautiful. All right, so I guess it looks like we have Johnny on the line right now. So, Annabella, if you're open to it, can we see a little demonstration here?
Absolutely. So Johnny is calling to have a question?
He is. He's on the line with us now.
Are you there, John? Or
Yes,
Johnny?
I am.
Hi, Johnny. Thanks for calling in.
Hello.
My pleasure.
Did you have a question for someone?
Yes, I would like to know, in general, what the future looks like. I know that sounds like a crazy question, but I think that's what we all want to know.
You know, Johnny, that's a great question. I think each one of us can address it in a slightly different or compatible way. My own opinion would be that things are speeding up quite quickly, and that the veil, if you will, is being lifted. So awareness is here now. A lot of people who, like myself and all of us here, have been working to be in place to support the changes that we're going through. So that would be my quick answer. I'll let Annabella add in hers.
Wonderful. Well, if you understand that these rocks revolving around the sun and around us are actually affecting our biorhythm and everything else, we understand that humanity right now is about to wake up, or is in the process of waking up from an old paradigm of living, of the fear of one life, of that every cause and effect I make doesn't affect myself and this planet. So it's really a wake-up time, because if you look at humanity, they've all been encased kind of in war and separation. And what the age of Aquarius is letting us know is it's the age of humanity, that we understand that we are one. We're not different races, we're one race. It's called the human race. So therefore, it is time for humanity to start doing that inner work and understand, to take responsibility for this future that is coming, that is going to be wonderful.
Jeff, do you have anything you want to add?
Well, I think both of you put it right on the money there. The way I look at it as well, too, I think we're in a great spot. There is a lot of chaos going on in the world right now, but I think that's because things are turning, and in the middle of change, there is going to be a little bit of chaos going on, and I think that's what we're going through right now. What I've seen in humanity and the people around me is they're all waking up, and they're starting to become compassionate. They're starting to think about unity instead of just being selfish. And I think it's really beautiful what's going on in the world today, and I'm really excited about that. Is there another way you wanted to look at this question here, Johnny, or do we answer that for you?
No. I think I'm seeing the same thing, that being an old person, I
What
mean,
is
the only
old?
way I can phrase it is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, but I do see more and more that spark in people that I always looked for, that's becoming more and more prevalent and easier to spot, I guess.
How old
is
are
the
you,
way
if
I
I
would
may
put it.
ask? Your age?
Yeah, 68.
That's young. You come from the love generation, and that's the eternal. Youth is eternal. It's all in your brain and in your heart.
That's exactly right, because I may be getting older, but I refuse to grow up.
Hey, I'm with you there. I'm
Welcome
with you
to
there,
the
John.
party, John.
Love and peace.
I'm just getting
Forever.
started here.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes.
Coming down to where can I pick up these tickets?
Oh, at our Luminosity Wellness Center at 2400 North Tenaya Way.
Purchase them online at luminositywellnesscenter.com.
Perfect.
Well, on that note, let's actually continue with our social shout out real quick. You can find us on luminositywellnessradio.com, and also go to Facebook, Google, Twitter, or just search Google for Luminosity Wellness Radio, and you can find us there to get your tickets and everything else. That's our social shout out. Also on Twitter, follow us at #WellnessRadioLV, and you can get all of our posts. And thank you to our callers for calling in and participating on social media.
Yeah, I wanted to thank everybody for listening in today. Thank you, Johnny, for calling in. We really appreciate.
You guys have an awesome show. I listen to it every week. I'm glad you're on the air.
Thank you.
Kind of a little bright spot in my week, you know.
Wonderful. Tell your
Thank
friends.
you.
Yes.
Yes, we really appreciate all of our listeners out there. And like Josh said earlier, we've been blessed. We've been getting contact from Russia, Italy, all over the
Ireland.
place. So we're really excited. So we feel blessed. We're coming up to
Colomundo.
Thank you, Johnny, for calling. We're coming to the end of our show today. Please tune in next week. We're going to have some more practitioners that are going to be with us at the Night of the Unknown on October 30th.
Look for Annabella. She'll be there.
Yeah.
And what we be wearing?
I'm going to be the white goddess.
Ooh,
See,
white
yes,
goddess.
So we got
Find her.
an angel and a white goddess going to be there for today's show. So thank you again, Annabella, for showing up. Thank you, Cece.
you.
Thank you, Josh, for all your work. Christine, I love you to death.
I love you
Thank
back.
you, all the listeners. God bless and take care.